If you've noticed your legs feel weaker in the morning, you're not imagining it. I'm Dr. James, and what I'm about to share may surprise you. For many seniors, that early morning struggle to stand, that wobble on the stairs, it's not just age. It's a signal that your muscles aren't being repaired overnight like they used to. And here's the truth most people never hear. Your body doesn't rebuild muscle during the day. It does it while you sleep, but only if it has the right fuel. And unfortunately, skipping that one small bedtime snack could be costing you strength every night. So today, I want to walk you through 4 doctor-approved bedtime foods that gently rebuild muscle while you sleep. Each one is simple, safe, backed by science, and real stories from people over 60 who got stronger by doing less. And the final food, just 1 spoonful. But it may completely change how you feel in the morning. Stay with me until the end, and if you're serious about aging strong, hit subscribe now. Here on Golden Heart Advice, we believe the best chapter of your life can start after 60. One smart choice at a time. 1. Kiwi, the natural sleep switch. Let me tell you about one of the most overlooked tools for overnight muscle repair. It's not a supplement, it's not a powder, it's a fruit. And it's something many of my patients walk past at the grocery store without a second thought. The humble kiwi. Most people think of kiwi as a refreshing summer snack or something you add to a fruit salad. But for seniors, especially those struggling with light sleep and morning stiffness, kiwi can become a quiet, powerful ally. One of my patients, George, comes to mind. He's 74, a retired teacher, recently widowed. He told me over tea one afternoon, "Doc, I don't sleep through the night anymore, and when I wake up I feel stiff, not in pain, just drained. My legs feel like they're not mine." George thought it was just part of getting old, but I asked him to try something simple. 2 kiwis, about an hour before bed every night for 2 weeks. That's it. By the end of the 2nd week, George told me he hadn't felt that rested in years. His sleep was deeper. He woke up without that strange, disconnected feeling in his legs. "I don't creak like an old chair anymore," he laughed. "I feel like I'm walking with my own body again." Here's why it works. Kiwi is one of the only fruits that contains natural melatonin, the same hormone many people take in pill form to fall asleep. But unlike supplements, kiwi offers a gentle food-based form that your body absorbs more naturally. Studies have shown that eating kiwi before bed improves both sleep quality and sleep duration in older adults. And that's critical, because during deep sleep, your body releases growth hormone, repairs damaged muscle fibers, and balances out the inflammation that slows you down. If you don't reach those stages of sleep, your body simply can't rebuild. Kiwi helps you get there. But it doesn't stop there. Kiwi is also rich in vitamin C and vitamin E, 2 antioxidants that protect muscle cells from oxidative stress. That's the silent damage that causes stiffness and soreness, especially as we age. It's also a great source of potassium, which helps your muscles contract properly and prevents those awful nighttime leg cramps that can jolt you out of sleep. And for those watching their blood sugar, here's the best part. Despite its sweetness, kiwi has a low glycemic index. It won't spike your blood sugar or disturb insulin balance. It's safe, senior-friendly, and easy to digest, even for those with sensitive stomachs or high blood pressure. I often suggest making kiwi part of your nightly ritual. Peel 2 ripe kiwis about an hour before bedtime. Sit somewhere quiet. Read a book, listen to soft music, or just unwind while you eat. Your body will begin to recognize the signal. Rest is coming. Healing is coming. Of course, like anything, it's not magic. A few people may be sensitive to the acidity in fruit, especially if they have reflux or digestive issues. But for most seniors, kiwi is gentle, calming, and remarkably effective. So, have you ever tried eating fruit before bed? Did it help you sleep or make things worse? I'd love to hear your experience. Let's move to the next food, one you probably never imagined eating at night, but might just become your new nighttime strength booster. 2. Eggs. The muscle message. Now, let's talk about something you probably associate with breakfast. Eggs. Scrambled, boiled, poached. Most of us have eaten them our entire lives. But what if I told you that one egg, eaten before bed, could help preserve your strength while you sleep? I know that might sound strange. Most people think of eggs as a morning food. But in my practice, I've seen firsthand how adding just one egg to your nighttime routine can dramatically improve muscle recovery for seniors. Let me introduce you to Lean. She's 68, bright, always smiling, always bringing fruit to our wellness workshops. But she confessed something that caught my attention. "Doc, I feel like my legs are made of noodles in the morning. I wobble getting out of bed." She wasn't eating anything after sunset, thinking it would help her sleep better. But in doing so, she was unknowingly starving her muscles of the very fuel they needed to rebuild overnight. We made one small change. She added a single poached egg about an hour before bed. That's all. 2 weeks later, she looked at me with this quiet amazement. "I didn't think it would do anything," she said, "but I don't feel so wobbly anymore. I actually feel stable." The reason? Eggs contain a complete protein. That means they provide all 9 essential amino acids your body needs to repair and grow muscle. They're also rich in leucine, an amino acid that tells your body, in no uncertain terms, it's time to rebuild. And here's something most seniors don't realize. As we age, our muscles become less responsive to small amounts of protein. A younger adult might build muscle from a light dinner, but at 60, 70, or beyond, you need more precise fuel. That's where an egg shines. One large egg gives you around 6 grams of high-quality protein and enough leucine to trigger muscle repair during your sleep cycle. But the benefits don't stop at muscle. Eggs are also one of the few natural sources of vitamin D, essential for muscle coordination and nerve function. Most older adults are deficient, especially those who don't get much sun. Eggs also contain choline, a nutrient that supports brain health, memory, and the communication between your muscles and your nervous system. Now, I know the question that's probably on your mind. What about cholesterol? That's a fair concern. For years, eggs got a bad reputation, but the research has changed. For most people, 1 egg per day does not increase heart disease risk. In fact, it may even improve your cholesterol profile by raising HDL, the good cholesterol. Unless your doctor has given you a specific reason to avoid them, eggs are not just safe. They're incredibly valuable, and preparation matters. A soft-boiled or poached egg is gentle on the stomach, retains more nutrients, and avoids the extra fat and salt that comes from frying. If you have trouble chewing or digesting heavier foods, eggs are one of the easiest proteins you can add to your evening without stress. Think of it this way. You don't need a full meal to feed your muscles at night. Just 1 egg. One quiet act of nourishment that tells your body, here's what you need to heal. So, let me ask you, if you usually skip evening snacks, could one soft egg be the missing link between weakness and strength? Next, we'll look at a food so small you could hold a dozen in your palm. And yet, it's one of the most powerful tools for deeper sleep and full body recovery. 3. Pumpkin seeds, the muscle relaxer in disguise. Of all the foods I recommend to my older patients, this next one gets the most surprised reaction. It's not sweet, not fancy, not something you'd see in a commercial promising youthful energy. But in terms of quiet power, it's unmatched. Pumpkin seeds. Yes, those small, flat green seeds you might toss on a salad or see in a granola mix. They go by many names, pepitas, seed kernels, but what they really are is a natural pharmacy in disguise, especially for aging muscles and restless sleep. I want you to meet Harold. He's 72, a retired gardener with the kind of weathered hands that tell stories without words. Despite sleeping 7 to 8 hours a night, he would wake up stiff. His legs felt tight, like they had never truly relaxed. "I stretch, I walk around in the morning," he told me, "but it's like my body never actually rested." We reviewed his routine and spotted something quickly. He wasn't getting enough magnesium. Magnesium is a mineral that helps your muscles relax, not just during the day, but especially at night. Without it, your muscles may remain partially contracted while you sleep. You're unconscious, but your body isn't truly resting. It's like leaving your engine running overnight. Pumpkin seeds are one of the best natural sources of magnesium. Just a small handful, about 1 ounce, delivers over a third of your daily needs. That's an impressive amount for something that takes under a minute to eat. But there's more. These seeds also contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body converts into serotonin and then melatonin. That's right, the same hormone that helps you fall asleep and stay asleep. Now combine that with magnesium, and you get something special. Your body gets both the raw materials to build sleep hormones and the minerals to relax your muscles fully. Better sleep means better muscle repair, and better repair means more strength, balance, and energy the next day. Pumpkin seeds are also a solid source of plant-based protein and healthy fats. That combination allows for a slow, steady release of amino acids through the night. No sugar spikes, no crashes. Just quiet, consistent nourishment while you rest. So, how should you eat them? Keep it simple. A tablespoon or 2 is enough. You can eat them plain or mix them into a spoonful of plain Greek yogurt for a protein boost. Some seniors like to warm them lightly in a dry pan before bed, just enough to release their nutty aroma. I recommend keeping them unsalted to avoid unnecessary sodium, especially if you have high blood pressure. And here's something many men over 60 find helpful. Pumpkin seeds are also high in zinc, which supports hormone balance and testosterone levels. But let's be clear, women benefit too. Zinc aids in cell repair, immune strength, and general recovery, all of which are essential for both men and women as we age. Now, a small word of caution. Like all seeds and nuts, pumpkin seeds are calorie-dense. That doesn't make them bad. It just means portion matters. Think of them not as a snack, but as a nightly tonic. A small handful to end the day on a stronger note. Let me ask you this. Have you ever woken up after a full night's sleep and still felt sore or tense? It might not be your mattress. It might be your magnesium. Next, we'll turn to a food many seniors overlook. Soft, simple, and surprisingly powerful when eaten just before bed. 4. Cottage cheese, the nighttime protector. If there's one food I wish more seniors gave a second chance, it's cottage cheese. I know it doesn't look glamorous. It's lumpy, plain, and reminds some people of hospital trays or what their parents used to eat in the 70s. But let me tell you something few people realize. If you're over 60 and concerned about muscle loss, cottage cheese might be one of the most effective things you can eat before bed. Let me tell you about Martha. She's 76, still sharp as ever, but recently began noticing changes that concerned her. Climbing stairs felt harder. Getting out of the car took more effort. Her balance wasn't what it used to be. And every morning, her legs just didn't feel reliable. She didn't want a complicated routine or expensive supplements, just one change. So we added 3 spoonfuls of low-fat cottage cheese to her evening routine, about 30 minutes before bed. No special timing, no tricks, just consistency. 3 weeks later, she looked at me, almost surprised by her own progress. "It's like my body finally got the memo," she said. "I wake up steady. I feel solid again." So what makes cottage cheese so powerful? It contains a special type of protein called casein. Unlike the proteins in chicken or fish, casein digests slowly. It doesn't hit your bloodstream in a rush. Instead, it releases a gentle stream of amino acids over the course of several hours, right in sync with your body's natural repair cycle during sleep. This is important because muscle maintenance during sleep depends on a constant supply of building blocks. If your bloodstream runs dry of amino acids at night, your body may begin to break down muscle tissue to meet other needs. That's not what we want, especially if we're already fighting age-related muscle loss. With cottage cheese, you're giving your body exactly what it needs, exactly when it needs it, without blood sugar spikes, without heavy digestion, and without late-night crashes. There's more. Cottage cheese is also rich in leucine, the same powerful amino acid we talked about with eggs. But here, it's paired with a slower release, making it ideal for long overnight support. It's also low in carbohydrates, which makes it safe for seniors managing blood sugar, and low-fat versions are easy to digest and heart-friendly. If you're watching sodium, go for the low-sodium versions. They're widely available now. And if the texture doesn't appeal to you plain, there are ways to make it more enjoyable. Add a few slices of soft banana, a sprinkle of cinnamon, or even blend in a spoonful of leftover kiwi. It's a blank canvas, but it's doing quiet work while you sleep. Think of it like this. Eggs give you a quick nudge. Cottage cheese holds your hand all night. That's the kind of support your muscles need as you age. Not more stress, but more consistency. I often tell my patients that strength after 60 isn't about big moves. It's about quiet, nourishing choices. One spoonful at a time. So, if you had to choose between a quick push or slow, steady support, which would your body thank you for most? Next, we'll wrap everything together with a gentle reminder of what's possible and how small nightly rituals can help you wake up stronger, steadier, and more confident every morning. Now that we've walked through these 4 simple bedtime foods, kiwi, eggs, pumpkin seeds, and cottage cheese, I hope you're beginning to see a powerful truth. Getting stronger after 60 doesn't require dramatic changes. You don't need intense workouts, complicated supplements, or a perfect diet. What your body needs most is steady care. Small, consistent choices that give your muscles the support they've been quietly asking for. Maybe tonight it's a kiwi. Tomorrow, a soft egg. Or maybe you'll try a few spoonfuls of cottage cheese before the lights go out. These aren't just snacks. They're nightly acts of restoration. They tell your body, in the most gentle way, you still matter, you're still strong, and we're going to rebuild together. So, which one will you try first? I'd love to hear about it. Drop a comment below and let me know what bedtime food you're curious to try. Your story might be the one that gives another senior the confidence to start their own nighttime routine. And if this video gave you clarity or comfort, I invite you to subscribe to Golden Heart Advice. This is more than just a channel. It's a place where aging means growth, where wisdom leads the way, and where small steps make the biggest difference. Until next time, I'm Dr. James. Sleep well, eat kindly, and wake up stronger. You've earned it.